Missouri Compromise is unconstitutional. Congress cannot ban slavery. Why? Because Congress is down with it. Why would they ban what they're down with? Why would they ban what they're down with? Remember, we're talking about takeover. We're talking about in the so-called republic. Remember Treaty of Verona, when they said that their job is to destabilize all the republics in the world. In the world. Right? So here was one of the destabilizing republic acts that were happening under the foundation of the Treaty of Verona and everything else that comes after that, in order to get the republics, turn them into democracies on paper, and have the people think that they can't get out of it. Because the government is gonna stop us from getting out of. They're not a government, they're a corporation now. They're not government anymore. No, we're the government. You're the government. And all we have to do is come together as one people, bearing one free national name. And then the international community is gonna say, hey, they figured it out. Now let's go and do what it is that we've been supposed to do for the past 100 years, and ever since Noble Drew Ali passed, we've been waiting for you people to frickin' wake the hell up and proclaim your nationality. And everybody in the world, right? They're even going down. They're even going down to their stuff. They're even going down to their stuff to tell them to their face. Not, they put it on the yellow banner to make the point. Not yellow people for Black Lives Matter, Asians for Black Lives Matter. In their face, hidden in plain sight, and they don't even see it. They don't even see it. They don't even know that. Remember, Asians are taking over. They're the next people in line for this jurisdiction. And remember, Sister Selah just came back from the continent, and where she was, she said Chinese are there like it's China. On the continent. So they're on mass takeover right now. And they're trying to send these people signals. Risking their life. Risking getting kidnapped by some highwayman that just, whatever. But they didn't play that yellow BS. They made sure they put Asian on there, so if anything goes down, You see how they're behind the sign? They're not playing around like they're out there with them. They're not up front in the stuff going on in police face and stuff like that to get mace. They're far back enough so you can see their sign and you can see that they're there. But if this thing kicks off, they're out of there. They roll up their sign and they're out of there. Or they'll stand there and not get touched. The reality is nationality is the order of the day. Everybody is trying to relay the message to these people. And they do not want to get the message. They want to sing frickin' We Shall Overcome in 2016 and think that that's freedom. And then they swindle all these young people into thinking that they're conscious when they're stupid. They're not conscious about nothing. You have afro, that means you're conscious. That doesn't mean you're conscious. Because you could say some spoken word or something, that means that you're conscious. What's your status? Well, you talk about consciousness and you have no status. And then Asians are coming to your stuff right? Begging you to realize. Even put the hashtag before Asian, so you could, just to draw your attention to hashtag, using the symbology even to try to get these people to realize what's up. Don't look at the fact that we want to end the war on black people. Don't look at that. Look at the fact that we're saying Asians. We're not saying yellow people. But no, they're not going to get it. So, we're here doing what we do, as usual. Putting it out so Moors could go and, uplift all humanity, which is our duty, because what else are we going to do? Ain't nothing else for us to do. October 1669, Act 1. An act about the casual killing of slaves. Whereas the only law in force for the punishment of refractory servants resisting their master, mistress, or overseer cannot be inflicted upon the Negroes, nor the obstinacy of many of them by other than violent means suppressed. Be it enacted and declared by this Grand Assembly, if any slave resists his master, or others by his master's order correcting him, and by the extremity of the correction should chance to die, that his death shall not be considered a felony, but the master or that other person appointed by the master to punish him be acquit from molestation, since it cannot be presumed that malice existed, which alone makes murder a felony, or that anything should induce any man to destroy his own estate. So you want to be black, came from Africa on a slave ship? Go right ahead. They have their Casual Killing of Slaves Act, which obviously they're enforcing right now on people who classify themselves as black, which are slaves, came from Africa, which are running around the place, congregating, which is against the Christian black codes, that they cut your ears off and stuff like that, cut your dick off because, you want to play field Negro, you want to play runaway slave. These people are playing. Speaking about these people aren't playing, iconic image in the midst of chaos. Social media is exploding with reaction to a photograph of the protests in Louisiana over the shooting death of Alton Sterling in a struggle Tuesday with 2 Baton Rouge officers. The photo is of a young woman in a flowing dress near the city's headquarters, the instant before she is arrested by police. She was held in detention for 24 hours. Nearly 200 arrested, but charges still uncertain. Okay, so when you arrest somebody, it's because you're charging them with something. It's basic. Okay, but there's no charges. Doesn't that mean martial law? Doesn't that mean this stuff that people are talking about, the New World Order of... Isn't that what's going on right now? And of those 200 people arrested, how many do you really know got out? How many? Any takers? And with all the fake stuff going on, people getting shot, Kool-Aid coming out of their chest and stuff like that, who's to say that the people that they say they released are really the people that they took? What if they're just actors that they're releasing? Yeah, and then the camera comes up. Hey, how you doing? You were arrested, weren't you? Yeah, I was arrested. They did this to me, and then they took me to the thing. Then they had me, and then we couldn't use the washroom, and then we had to pee all over the place. And then this one lady, she had to, number two, and like they wouldn't come open the gate for her to use the washroom, and she had to do it right there. Martial law going on right now. And it appears, one second, just check. One will take note that all people mentioned in these government plans, same people who they're fighting against, saying that, they're violating their rights and police shouldn't shoot them, go march in front of the governor and go march. Oh, it's government, right? Okay, so government. Okay, so the people mentioned in these government plans, blacks, Indians, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, and poor whites, do not include a de jure national name or title. All these words are descriptive chattel brands coined by Europeans as substitute pedigree parentage names, and were forced as appellations on indigenous peoples of the Americas and their own discards. Okay, so they know that we're indigenous. Okay, so and this is why you have to go get Othello's Children in the New World by Jose Pimienta Bay, because what he talks about in the book is about, now when we look at our history as Moors, right? There was a time when we were subjugated. And we were, taken out of rulership. Why is it that even though we're out of rulership, which means we're not ruling right now, we're not ruling, we're out of power, why is it that they have to tell us not be Moors? Like what? Why? Like we're already out of rulership, so there's nothing that we're gonna do. We're out of rulership. We are now subjugated. Now why subjugate the subjugated people? And then subjugate them, and then subjugate them again, and then subjugate them again, and then that we have 3,000 different names for our people. And nobody can agree on one. And then the people who say, well, let's use this one because it has the longest track record of all the names, and not only does it have the longest track record, but it's actually closest to us. Like we could almost reach out and touch Moorish history, but try touching some other history of our people. We're talking millions of years ago. Why are we going to go chase that stuff when we have stuff right here that we can use? Because we have 700 years of rule to prove that this could work. It's not something that it's already happened. It's already been done. Just like with Noble Drew Ali, it's already been done. So why is it that people are trying to convince people that, they have something? All these stuff that people are talking about, active Moors been telling people. They're not saying something new. Active Moors been telling people the stuff that you're hearing people coming out saying now about things going on. Never listen to active Moors. But you listen to all these other dirty Moors out here that just wants to, get recognized by the European. We just want the European to just see us over here and just make eye contact so we can say, yeah, the European made eye contact with us. Yeah, now we're part of the UN now, so we can, get the land and the subsidy grant of the whatever. So you basically figure that don't be independent, right? Don't be independent, but integrate in order to get by.